She has again a very sweet voice.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to hear her sing like my hymnal.
Alison Krauss.
That's it.
Yep.
You Googled, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
You said
No, you
Union
did.
Station, and Alison Krauss has also worked with Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin.
She has one of the sweetest, cleanest, purest voices, but it's not a Carrie Underwood, Melissa McBride kind of stadium voice.
Sure.
I'm sure she could, but it's just that I would love to have her sing my Lutheran hymnal, please, just once, and let me record it.
See, if this is the kind of snappy repartee that you enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News. And tell your friends that, hey, you can have all kinds of conversation about country artists for no reason whatsoever by listening to This Is True Really News. I was going somewhere with that one for a minute.
Yeah. Don't you hate that when you're off on the road and suddenly the stoplight goes up and there you are?
Well, we're stuck now.
Anyway, have your friends like, subscribe, and follow us too. So are you working from home? Oh, wait, sorry, Sheila.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
I don't want to piss her off because she does nice work and if she leaves, we're screwed.
Sheila's wonderful.
Yep. So are you working at home?
Yes.
Ever stubbed your toe while making the commute from the bedroom to the office?
Yes. I've also stepped on Legos. I
stepped on a multivitamin. Sitting on its edge. What the hell?
How did that happen?
I don't know. With a coin, I'd be rich and getting wishes or something, according to Twilight Zone. In Germany, it's true. I saw it. What's his duck from Bewitched? The first Darren. York, not the second Darren.
Dick York, not Dick Sargent. No.
That's the one. Where was I now?
It's amazing the way they got two in there.
Oh, I hate you more than you could possibly know right now.
I may just cut that out.
I'm pretty much. You can cut that out. You can leave us talking about cutting it out, but I think, Anyway, in Germany, you can now. Remember where I was here? We were working at home. Stub your toe while making the commute. Yada yada.
Yeah.
In Germany, you can now sue for workers' comp insurance for injuries suffered working at home.
Seriously.
Can you do that with just one attorney?
Well, you're going to have to put up all the posters, though, the safety posters, too, then, aren't you?
Or you have to have two, one for each client.
And a little bathroom thing, employees are required to wash hands before returning to work.
Germany's federal social court. Well, that's in our country. Maybe in Germany
they'd write it in German.
Sure. Germany's federal... Oh,
something stuck there, Junior?
Right there. Germany's federal social. We should go back to the conversation now. Germany's federal social court ruled that an unnamed man who slipped on a spiral staircase and broke his back in his own home.
How drunk were we?
Was in fact entitled to cover it. Or was he running from
his wife?
I don't know. Or her lover? I don't know. We could make a whole Peyton's place out of this.
Absolutely.
Anyway, the court said he was entitled, in fact, to coverage because...
Did he do it during working hours?
The first morning journey from Brett. The first morning journey from David Gates. No. The first morning journey from bed to the home office is an insured work route or route.
That's not how they pronounce it in German.
Well, no, they would say really scary things very loudly. That would mean the same thing.
Like, I love you.
Yeah. What's the old line?
Life make I love you sound
so tell someone you love them every day. Life is also scary, so shout it at them in German.
They're the only people who can make I love you sound like a threat.
No, Russians I'm sure can too.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. I have to ask my sister.
She's Russian?
No, she's a linguist.
There's something I should know?
You dingish bat.
Which that's Mr. Bat to you.
Come on, Bat Boy. You've got a story to finish.
Sue?
Yeah, Sue's a linguist.
Really?
Yes.
And you talk like a moron. She must be so proud.
I take after my brothers.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay.
What? Are you stuck?
No, I think you
Slap
have a
yourself.
story. You have a story, don't you?
Oh, it's my turn. A
Yeah.
decaying 122-year-old.
See, what we do
Yeah.
is first we do the tease about liking, subscribing, and Sheila comes in and says that nice stuff about us, like what it is.
Yeah. Yep.
And then whoever didn't do the tease reads
Mhm.
the first story.
Mhm.
Then whoever did the tease does a second story.
Mhm.
And then we alternate. And you do the third story. And then whoever did the tease does the last story. Since you did the tease more or less, you should do the last story.
What?
We do 4 stories. We should do 2. We alternate. Get to it, bozo.
A decaying 120-year-old Victorian house marketed as the worst house on the best block of San Francisco has sold.
There's a description I want on my tombstone. What? Right? Here lies the worst block in the best city of
Angels.
whatever.
It sits in a neighborhood where
We
homes
may be older, but we want to be in Los Angeles.
It sits in a neighborhood where homes sell for between $3 and $9 million.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, homes
This is
sell
the worst in the best.
in the best. Someone had to
the
really-
worst block in the best.
No. Worst house on the best block.
Yeah.
Someone had to really want this property to want to take it where they took it. There wasn't a whole lot of data that suggested it would sell that high, according to the realtor, who also suggested the property should have been condemned.
Yep. As she was heading for her private jet from Mazatlan.
Someone had removed rooms downstairs. Anything that existed downstairs was completely torn out and had been that way for decades. Same person also physically removed chunks of the foundation and put in his own supports. It was structurally unsound and still sold for just under $2 million.
I don't have the right job.
Brings in a whole new meaning to fixer-upper, don't it?
Boy, for $2 million, you would think. Where's Mike Rowe when we need him?
I don't know how to break this to you.
Yeah.
But that was my first story.
I mean, we each have more stories to do.
Yeah, we have more stories to do. I will lambast Scott for not knowing where he is.
Holy God, will this never end?
Nope, probably not.
Hey,
You'd have
let
to
me
croak.
check here. We did Sign of the Times. Yeah, dang it, you're right. I don't know what's worse. Messing up on the math or you being right. Yeah, I know what's worse. You being
Me
right.
being right, yeah.
Hassan Reza Ghanay, known as Turkey's one and only stress coach.
I have the same problem with the band.
That's
Whenever
odd.
I'm right, they all just go crazy.
They just put their instruments away, walk home. Hassan Reza Ghanay is Turkey's one and only stress coach. I did not know you needed a coach to teach you stress, but hey.
You're just not getting it, pal.
Your hair should be frizzed up. You should look like a really bad Einstein impersonator. Anyway, Mr. Reza Ghanay has a unique method for easing his clients' angst.
Oh, well, that's entirely different.
He lets them hit him and doesn't hit back.
An idiot.
It's from Oddity Central, and God bless you for running this. It's kind of like, did you see the George Foreman, Muhammad Ali fight? First one, rope-a-dope.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you're too, Google it. Like that. He doesn't hit back.
Or
Of course,
watch the
Ali-
movie When We Were Kings.
Of course, Ali eventually hit back. After a decade, and George Foreman went on to sell grills and have, 72 sons named George.
I like George Foreman.
I do too. After a decade in the business, though, Ghanay is ready to train someone to take his place. How the hell do you train someone? And I want to read that ad.
I think you have to super glue your jaw together.
Wow. Most of my clients suffer from depression or panic attacks. He said, I would like to train other potentially interested people and hand over my gloves to the new generation. Does it come with medical?
It better. Medical,
Ghanay.
dental.
Ghanay said around 70% of his clients are women who he says, not me, have the strength equivalent to a 12 to 14-year-old boy. He has never met the women in my family.
He has never met the women I know.
They would cold cock him at a Tuesday of next month.
My daughter would kick him into oblivion.
That's why he doesn't worry about getting hurt, because they only hit like little boys.
He's an idiot.
And he wears protective gear. Yeah, good luck with that. I'm sorry.
I've seen guys.
My youngest granddaughter, who's 4 feet tall.
Yep. The 4-footer
would kill him and not break a sweat.
I've seen people get the wind knocked out of them and using an 8-inch thick pad. I've seen them get knocked on their butt. All kinds of things can happen.
You've seen Kevlar, right? It stops bullets. Yes, but it still hurts like hell. And if you get shot in right about here, you don't breathe well for a moment. Anyway, he wears protective gear, sometimes accompanied by a photo of the person the client is unhappy with.
I get what he's trying to do.
No,
just get one of the Bob dummies.
Yeah. They like to retire young after all those car crashes, so you can still get one in good shape.
No, I'm talking about the Bob dummy. It's on a stand. It's a man's torso.
Don't call Bob a dummy.
And he really is. In my dojo, kids put neckties on them. They'll put jackets on them.
That figures. We want a well-dressed guy to beat up. For the beating up anybody.
For the second time this month.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You have a story yet, right?
Yeah. For the second time.
This one's never ending.
For the second time this month.
It's going to be like a week from Tuesday, and this show will still be going on.
It will never end if you don't start shutting up.
What?
For the second time this month.
I know he said something, but I don't know what it was.
I can't believe you're not shutting up.
Oh, shutting up.
Dude,
I'll shut up then. When I'm told to shut up, I shut up. I'm not one of these people that, kind of keeps talking and sort of mumbles under their breath when they're told to shut up. When I'm told to shut up, I shut up. There's none of this wandering off and babbling nonsensically about whatever comes into my head at the time, because basically I shut up when I'm told to shut up. Other people I know don't shut up when they're told to shut up, but I will definitely not want to be one of those people. When I'm told to shut up, I'm quiet as a mouse. You could hear a breadcrumb hit the floor when I'm told to shut up. If it's a big, breadcrumb. If it's a little breadcrumb, to be honest, nobody could actually hear it. That silly thing in the...
I did this to myself.
You did?
I did it to myself.
You did.
For the second time this month, China.
Shut up now for real?
Yes.
Okay.
For the second time this month, China's state
really?
media.
I mean, you've thought it through, right?
Oh my God. China, we're getting very close. You're proud of yourself. That's nice.
I am feeling very smug at the moment. Thank you.
For the second time this month, China's state media has published
if you just would have done your story, we'd have been done by now.
For the 400th time today and the second time this month, China's state media has published reports about a couple on a date getting trapped by a sudden lockdown rule. Now, the first story, as you'll remember, because we covered it, was about a woman in Hainan province who's been stuck at her suitor's apartment since going for a home-cooked meal as their first date sometime in early January.
She described him as beige, if I remember.
Yeah. Romance has not blossomed for Wang, who complained her date was as talkative as a wooden mannequin. Now, Zhao...
that would be like me when I shut up.
Zhao Xiaqing, a 28-year-old woman from Shanxi province, thought her date in mid-December was a young man living in a different... No, thought her date in mid-December with a young man living in a different city would be a one-day adventure, and she'd also get to know his family.
Now they've been married 6 years, have 2 kids.
Well, we're getting closer. Authorities in Shenyang suddenly ordered a lockdown due to the spike in virus cases, leaving the woman unable to return home. So she's stuck in a guy she doesn't know's house with his parents.
Well, that takes whatever fun out of it.
Despite the awkward start, the pair began to develop feelings for each other and have now decided to get married. Our souls are compatible. We get along very well, and both our parents are happy, she said.
I had to shut up for that.
Shut up.
Wow.
This is true, really news. Send email to TiTR@netradio.network.